fine. This is my daughter-in-law's restaurant, so everything is free.
Your bill will be $2,000.
I'm not going to pay that.
You don't pay the $2,000, I'm going to call the police.
Huh? What? What? Why is your face so serious? You're joking, right?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Melanie, and I was finally able to open up the restaurant of my dreams. And as the owner and chef, I've succeeded in establishing a very busy restaurant at 35 years old. Today I received a reservation for 30 people for a full private buyout of the restaurant from my mother-in-law, Michelle, saying to celebrate my restaurant anniversary, but I hope nothing goes wrong, but there was a reason that I was uneasy about this. To tell you the truth, Michelle loved to be in luxury, but hated spending money, and she would always come to our house to eat for free and then leave. If she comes this time expecting the same, well, there are 30 people attending and she's already ordered a lot off the menu. More than anything, this isn't my house. It's a restaurant, so surely this time she'll be paying money for it.
Come on, everybody, don't hesitate and eat.
We've enjoyed plenty already, Miss Michelle.
You really do have good taste, Miss Michelle. This food is delicious.
But are you sure about the bill?
What?
It's fine, it's fine. This is my daughter-in-law's restaurant, so everything is free.
What?
I remember you saying that before, but it is the truth, right? Given how many people there are and how much we've eaten.
Miss Michelle?
Can you please not interrupt while your customers are having a conversation?
I would really love to do that, but I couldn't help but to come over after I heard you say something about the meal being free.
Hey, Melanie, why are you being so annoying?
Oh, I didn't know you were here, Steven.
Am I not allowed to be? I also want to celebrate the opening of your restaurant with my mom.
Is that so? If you want to celebrate my restaurant, then it means you're going to pay, right? That's what I chose to believe, and I calmed myself down. It's for 30 people after all, of course. They're going to pay, and if that's not the case...
Looks like your wife is a little bit concerned. Is everything okay?
Yeah, of course it's fine.
Actually, I helped pay a portion of the opening investment for this restaurant.
Oh, so that's why your daughter-in-law can't say anything to you.
Exactly.
But this time there are 30 people here. Are you sure it's fine?
Well, just leave it to me. That stupid little four-eyed woman, it's almost amazing how easy she is to push over.
Well, in that case, we'll leave it to you.
That's right, all of us has taken care of you more than enough times already. Like I said, leave it to me.
Thank you very much for your reservation.
I'll do you a favor and come back again sometime.
Your bill will be $2,000.
Huh?
Hey!
What's the matter?
Are you really trying to take money from us?
Up until now, you've helped out with the opening investment for the restaurant. I've given you as many discounts as I can until now.
Don't worry, I appreciate you for doing that.
Please appreciate me not with your words, but with paying this bill.
What is this? Why are you stronger than usual today? There are 30 people here, you know.
What? Yes. It's not that I'm trying to be strong, but I don't think there would be any restaurant owner who would accept 30 people dining and dashing.
What did you say?
Please don't be mad. I'm not saying anything that's incorrect. You rented out the whole restaurant, you know, for 30 people.
That's right. You should be grateful.
I must receive money from you for this.
Huh?
Don't you see how many friends my mom brought for your restaurant, Melanie?
Customers are customers because they pay money. This is not the living room of a house. It's a restaurant. It's a business. It needs to be paid.
Don't worry. If you make this free, then I promise I won't come over to your place for a while if that's the case. It's fine, right?
Nice. Famous last words.
There's no way that's fine.
Huh?
Just this time, no matter how much you pressure me, I won't budge, whether it's by yourselves or in a large group. Dining and dashing isn't acceptable. This is not food being served at home.
What the hell? Putting on a nice face and getting carried away like that?
I'm very grateful that you helped out with the finances for the opening of this restaurant.
That's right, then you should show that with your actions.
I have been showing with my actions, haven't I? Over the last 2 years, I haven't once received payment for a meal.
So what? That's obvious, isn't it?
Obvious? Surely not.
If anything, it's only just the beginning. If you want to show your gratitude to me, then the bill this time, you need to make it free.
However, it is $2,000.
Like I said that I'll hold off on coming back to the restaurant for a while. You're so annoying. Hey, Miss Michelle?
Wait a minute. Is it still not settled?
Of course everything's fine. That's enough already.
This is hard enough by myself for me to make the food and drink for 30 customers for free. That's way too ridiculous.
That's why I said I won't be coming for a while, right? I'm making a compromise for you.
That's not what a compromise is.
Why are you being so stubborn? Are you trying to embarrass me?
It's more embarrassing that you're trying not to pay.
I'm a customer that should never have to pay here.
Nobody ever acknowledged that.
But until this very moment, you let me get by with that.
It's not that I let you get by it, that I had given up.
Well then, do that today as well.
Just give up and then it's game over.
You can't just say what you want. This time you've crossed the line for eating and drinking for free.
That's why I said I won't come to the restaurant for a while.
And I'll make sure that she doesn't either, so let it go.
In that case, please convince her to pay the money this time.
Are you seriously trying to take $2,000 from my mom?
That's $2,000 for 30 people. In terms of price, I believe I'm being very generous. Listening to my husband, Steven, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. And first of all, there was no way that I was going to accept a dine and dash of 30 customers. I'll never forgive them. Troublebusters. If you don't pay the $2,000, I'm calling the police.
What? This is a joke, right?
Your intention is completely to dine and dash, and especially today, I've given you the entire restaurant privately for you. It's very different from giving you a special treatment at home.
But it was always okay, so of course I'm going to think today would be okay.
It's already a lot for one person, but to expect 30 meals for free is way too ridiculous. It's not like I'm asking for $20 for lunch. This is dinner for 30 people for $2,000. Do you understand?
Like I said, that's...
Oh, right. I'm not going to come for a while, so it's fine. I'm tired of hearing this ridiculous excuse that makes no sense.
Hey, Melanie, you! How dare you speak to my mom like that?
You keep your mouth shut, please. If you have time to come to my restaurant and nag me like that, then why don't you get a job?
What? Your husband is unemployed?
No. Right now I'm just in my charging mode, I guess.
Isn't that what society calls unemployed?
That's right. You need to hurry up and go get a job instead of being here eating out at a restaurant.
How dare you embarrass me like that?
Whatever. You've been in the way all this time. You're a grown adult, and yet you cling to your mother for meals.
How dare you to my Steven?
Do you have time to be defending your son?
How do you plan on taking responsibility for $2,000?
Go on, Mr. Steven. You hurry up and leave. You don't have money, so even if you stay here, you're not going to be any use.
You better not forget this, Melanie!
Steven? What on earth is wrong with you, Michelle?
Your poor daughter-in-law, she hasn't accepted this all? Well, of course, I hadn't heard about this, and even if I did, I would have declined.
What?
We thought you'd already agreed on this together with Miss Melanie. There's no way there would be any restaurant out there that would forgive a dine and dash of $2,000.
Miss Michelle, we're not going to pay $2,000.
That's right. This has nothing to do with today. We have all paid for your meals multiple times already.
That's right. That's right. If you don't give us back for all of that, it's going to be a problem.
When I asked them what they were talking about, apparently my mother-in-law had told them that in return for making dinner at my restaurant for free, she was asking them to pay for her lunches or get coupons from her friends and stealing from them. How dare you? What a disgusting way to think. Just to satisfy your own pockets, you were going around telling everybody that my restaurant would be free?
No, well, I just thought that might be one way to go about it.
Obviously not the case. If anything, no! I'm definitely going to have you pay his money.
What is this? This is very unlike you to be so strong.
In reality, for every single meal that you've had here for free, I've been putting out of my own pocket. As you said, I was able to open this restaurant, thanks to your investment help. In regards to that, I'm grateful.
That's right. You think so, right?
Yes, that's why even when you were acting like that, the restaurant, I let it slide. And since you were my mother-in-law, I thought I could at least treat you to lunch, and that's how I maintain this face.
That 2D face of yours, I want 3D.
I don't really understand what you're saying, but what you're trying to say is that I should be giving you more, isn't it? I decline.
Hey, she's very clearly saying no.
How do you plan on paying for today? Well, in the off chance that I actually have to pay it.
What do you mean in the off chance? It is 100% chance.
This way, if my ungrateful daughter-in-law is planning on collecting money, I'm very sorry, but I'm gonna have to collect $67 per person.
Huh?
Are you joking?
You told us that you were going to cover the bill for this restaurant.
That's right. You're the one that said it yourself, so you need to take responsibility.
If you don't want to, you better give back all of the money of hours that you spent.
I have to say, we have spent at least $50 per person on you.
So in total, it's going to cost you, give or take, about $1,500.
We were the ones that spent money on you first.
That's right, and yet you don't get to say, never mind what I said, I do need the money. That's ridiculous.
If you want to pay us money, then you need to pay us back first.
That's right. We're not going to accept you collecting money from us after the fact.
But I need you to accept this. Otherwise, we're all going to be treated as criminals for dining and dashing.
No, we won't. You're the only one that's going to be.
Chef, this woman is going to pay the bill, so...
I understand. Thank you very much for coming to our restaurant today.
We're very sorry for making you feel bad about this.
But that woman is the one that's wrong.
The food was delicious. We'll be back to eat it.
I hope so.
Hey, wait a minute. No, the bill. What do you plan on doing about the bill?
You're going to do whatever it takes to pay it. Solved.
There's no way that I can pay $2,000. If I could pay it, then I would already have done it.
Like I said, none of our business. That's your problem to do something about it and has nothing to do with us.
If you're going to say you have no other choice, then we will collect money from everyone, but...
Please.
But in that case, we're going to cut off all ties with you.
What? But why?
People treat you to meals all the time, and yet when the time comes for you to pay, you can't. We can't trust anybody like that.
No way.
Anywhere, we're gonna leave now, even though we just had a delicious meal and we're feeling so great. You turned that all into nothing.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm very sorry to bother you while you're on your knees, but the payment for the bill, please?
Why?
What do you mean? No matter how you think about it, your friends are the ones that were logical.
That's not what I mean. Why? Why? When I'm your mother-in-law, you're not gonna have my back.
No, it's a bill that high. There's no way that I could.
Because you're being stubborn and you won't accept it. Look at this. Do you not realize how big of a thing I've lost?
No, I've realized what's more hurtful than an amount like $2,000 is losing the trust of your friends. And they say that trust is like a mirror. Once it's shattered, it's gone. I do have a little bit of sympathy for you, but this is a result of what you've brought on yourself with your lack of manners. So I think the only thing you can do now is to pay the $2,000 here. And to go and genuinely apologize to all of them.
$2,000 is so much money.
It is true that $2,000 is a lot of money, but from what I remember, back when you were able to prepare it immediately, so surely there's no way you can't pay it.
Impossible.
What?
First of all, if that was going to be possible, then I would have paid a long time ago.
What? Wait a minute. Was the person who actually prepared the initial investment for the restaurant your husband?
I'm the one that asked him to, and that is that. I'm going to make that clear.
I understand. Thank you very much. Well then, does that mean that the only person that can pay is your husband?
That's right, my one and only husband. If you just think about it, then don't you understand?
What about any money that you saved before you got married?
Ever since I've been born, I've never once had to have a job.
Well, that's a problem. In that case, the only thing left for me to do is to report this to your husband.
You can't do that. Definitely not. Not that. My husband is really, really strict about loose spending of money like this. If he finds out, he's going to be super mad at me.
Well, you're just gonna have to accept that as a punishment.
Don't say that.
This is a business after all, and I need to receive the money no matter what, somehow.
Is money that important to you?
Of course it is. Isn't it obvious?
This is something that's going to affect my life after this, and yet that's how badly you want $2,000.
That's a given.
You're a thief, desperate for money, a monster daughter-in-law that would sell her own mother-in-law for money. If he divorces me, it's going to be your fault.
No, it's going to be your fault and your fault only.
Your fault. Just for a mere $2,000, you tried to steal my friends and my husband from me.
You must have some misunderstanding to be blaming me. Cut it out already and call your husband. I will follow up.
Oh, great idea. Fabulous idea. Brilliant. A genius. A heaven-sent suggestion.
Oh, what is that?
Miss Melanie, now that I think about it, that opening investment wasn't something we gave to you. It was something that we let you borrow.
Yes, that's right. I borrowed it.
That's right, isn't it? Well then, why don't I have you return it to me right here and right now?
About that.
Whoa there, I won't accept split payments. You could let me slide for a small bill of $2,000. So you're going to pay it back in one payment? I'm requesting a full payment at once.
We've come this far and you're using an outrageous hand, aren't you?
This is your fault for making me do this. I was totally okay with split payments. But this is your punishment for trying to grossly be strong against me when you're just my daughter-in-law. Listen, you better remember this. There's not a single daughter-in-law in this world that can go against their mother-in-law. And I'm going to make sure that you regret going against me. Well then, hurry up and give me back that money. If not, I'm going to call the police on you. Right, that face. You just keep that face right there, and then you're going to remain my own personal free chef. If you don't want to pay it in one payment, then make this meal free. And until you return the $10,000, I'm going to be eating for free forever.
Oh, really, you truly are rotten to your bones.
Yeah, you're just a novice that couldn't open up a restaurant with what you had on your own, so you keep your mouth shut. Let's just do as you're told.
Do as I'm told, keep my mouth shut. My response is no. If that's how you're going to do this, then I'm not going to show any mercy either. First of all, about that opening investment that you were talking about of $10,000, here's all of the receipts that prove how many $20 lunches you continue to eat here, and the combined total of that is $12,020.
What?
The opening investment of $10,000. I've properly returned all of that through all of your meals here.
Huh? What?
If anything, I've returned it with an added interest on top. If you want to collect the $10,000 from me in one payment, well then, I will collect the $12,020 for all the meals that you've refused to pay for until now. Oh, pardon me, including the bill for today, I would like for you to return $14,020.
You should be returning the opening investment to us first.
All right then, I would be happy to deduct that from the total. Please pay $4,020.
You should be paying back first.
Fine. Ms. Melissa?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to bother you, but please take out $10,000 from the bank.
Understood.
Thank you for waiting. Here's $10,000.
It's true.
Well then, now it's my turn. For your bill as of today, I'll be receiving $14,020. See? That's how this works. No, seriously, why did I have to waste our time like this and send Melissa to the bank? That's what I think.
Because that's all I have on hand.
Ms. Melissa, I'm sorry, but please go and put this $10,000 back in the bank.
Understood.
So, what would you like to do about the remaining $4,020?
For now, can I just borrow it and...
Not with that amount. It's not just $40, you know. It's $4,000, you know.
At the very least, just let me go with the $2,000 from today.
No, when you brought up the opening investment amount, I lost all patience for you.
I'm sorry.
It's already too late. You're the one that started this, and I won't show any mercy.
I was coming here because I thought of all the meals were for free.
As if anything would be that easy. I was making sure to deduct every single time from the investment that I borrowed to open this restaurant.
You never told me that. This is unfair. This is a scam.
Is this a boomerang? Who was the one that was using their position as mother-in-law behaving like I owed them the world? If you're still going to claim that this was a scammer, or whatever, then please go ahead and contact the police. That would make my job easier too. Once you're taken care of by the police, then I'm sure your husband will find out about this too. If you're happy to do that, then go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You're not even apologizing because you think that you did anything wrong. You're apologizing because you're in trouble, and I don't need that. There's no turning back now, so this is your turn. Please pay $4,020.
I don't have it.
Do you want to go to the police? This was a crime of dining and dashing, so I'm sure you're going to have some kind of punishment. You're okay with that, right?
I'm sorry.
You're so persistent. I don't need an apology just out of your mouth.
That's not the case. I really do regret it.
How do you regret it?
Your logic is perfect, Miss Melanie, and so all I can do is apologize.
All you can do is apologize. What is wrong with her? She doesn't understand anything. I'm calling the police, even if you run away. I know where you live, so there's no point.
Stop it. I'm sorry. My husband. I'll call my husband, okay? Honey, I'm so sorry.
After that, my mother-in-law was yelled at to dust by my father-in-law, and for now I was able to receive the $4,020 from my father-in-law, but apparently my father-in-law wasn't intending to lend the opening investment, but he had considered it a gift, and he let the thunder come down on his wife, who went behind his back and did what she wanted.
That rotten nerve of yours. I'm going to re-educate you.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
No way. That $4,020 that I printed for you. You need to work as a janitor of the house and earn it back.
No way. Ever since I've been born, I had the pride of never having to work in my life.
Oh, sir, I hate to ask this on top of that, but if possible, would you please be able to take care of Stephen along with her?
What? That guy? Is he still unemployed?
Yes.
That useless son. Even though he told me that last month he found a job. I know. I'm gonna take care of the both of them together.
Thank you very much. After that, my mother-in-law and Stephen both began their jobs as janitors working part-time, and apparently they're working a lot to pay back their debt.
I never should have asked to make $2,000 for free.
Why am I also stuck doing this? This is all your fault, Mom!
After the incident at the restaurant, apparently her friends are also avoiding her, and right now she's in the midst of being all alone. As for Steven, my father-in-law put a lot of pressure on him to divorce me and let me have an easier life, and so it seems like I might be getting divorced soon. On the other hand, as for me, ever since my mother-in-law and Steven stopped coming to the restaurant, things are going amazingly. My mother-in-law's former friends come by for lunches and dinners, and my sales are even doubling. Using the reason that it's her daughter-in-law's restaurant thinking meals would be free is stupid and foolish. There's nothing more expensive than what's free. Obviously, I wasn't gonna let it go for free. It's a trouble buster.